guys, how's it going? Laura with Garden Answer. Today's video is going to be fun because I've had a chance to play around with these root pouches, and I'm hoping that you saw yesterday's video where I planted these up with succulents. I love these shallow root pouches, but there are other sizes that are really good for things like vegetables, flowers, and herbs. And that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be planting up 5 more root pouches with some other things. And I want to give a huge shout out to Root Pouch for sending along the pouches and for sponsoring this video. And it's actually kind of fun, you guys, because this is a local company to me. They're based here in my home state in Oregon. So they're made of a blend of recycled plastic water bottles and natural fibers. So they're environmentally friendly, utilizing something that would otherwise be sitting in a landfill, which is super responsible. I always get so excited when I hear of companies coming up with ideas like this. They feel like a really thick felt, and they come in actually a lot of fun colors and different shapes and sizes. They're also super inexpensive, ranging from about $2 for the 1 gallon size pouch up to a 100-gallon size raised bed, which is the largest one I'm going to show you today. And this one costs $18. They also have a few other larger raised beds than this that are still super affordable. And I was just really excited to show you guys some inexpensive options that are still really neat looking, because you don't often find those two words in the same sentence: inexpensive and still really neat to look at. So I'm just gonna get right into the planting, starting with a couple of the 5-gallon pouches. So in this 5-gallon pouch, I'm going to be planting up this raspberry shortcake from Bushel and Berry. And this is the perfect raspberry for any container, especially this root pouch, because they are compact, they stay really small, they don't require staking, they don't require a pollinator. They're just really great for anybody that doesn't want to dedicate a spot to a huge raspberry patch, or if you're growing on a patio or a balcony, you can still have really yummy fruit in a container. I love the way this one looks in this pouch, and I've had to protect this plant from air in the past couple of days because I knew I wanted to use this plant in this video, and he noticed that there were ripening raspberries and it's one of his favorite things, and he was trying to steal them yesterday. So now that it's planted, he gets to have all the raspberries on this plant. And in this 5-gallon pouch, I just wanted to do a really colorful display of flowers, starting with a Mystic Illusion dahlia with beautiful dark foliage as a centerpiece. And then around the base of it, I haven't decided if I'm going to use all of these yet, but I have a luscious berry blend lantana, a Super Bells Tropical Sunrise, Super Bells White, and this gorgeous Stormburst Superbena. This one is pretty, so full of color already, and this is going to be a great one for a full sun spot, and it'll bloom all the way through the season through frost. Next, I'm going to be planting this balcony pouch, which I think is really cute because you could use this on a railing or any like narrow area you have to fit a planter, or even as a centerpiece on a table. So I'm going to keep this one really simple and just use the Super Bells Lemon Slice. I thought that the bright yellow would look really pretty against this dark navy blue. I think that this one is really cute. So now I'm going to move on to the 25-gallon size pouch. So in this pouch, I'm going to be growing a Sweet Million cherry tomato, which is already going to town. It's growing like crazy, already has tomatoes on it. It is an indeterminate type tomato, so it's a type that will grow quite large. So I was thinking that this 25-gallon container, even though this is probably a little more than it needs, I thought it would be a place where this tomato could flourish. And then around the outsides, so around the outside of the pouch, I'm going to be planting some Illumia Vanilla Cream Marigolds, which are an excellent companion plant for tomatoes. They help repel insects, and they also help reduce harmful nematodes in the soil. So I'm just going to add a little bit of extra soil and get this all planted. Tomato frame goes in first. I think that this is going to work out really, really well. I think it actually looks really cute. The yellow with the blue is just perfect. So now I'm going to move on to the last pouch I'm going to be planting today. It's the 100-gallon raised bed. So we're going to have to move locations out into the sun because I'm going to be planting more vegetables. And wherever I fill this raised bed up with soil, that is where it's going to stay. This is the 100-gallon raised bed, and I really like the look of it. I think it looks really neat, and I also like that it's mobile in a sense. So from year to year, you could move it to a different location. Like, I think it's going to do really well in this spot this year. Gets full sun pretty much all day, and vegetables really like that, and that's what I'm putting in here this year. But next year, if I want it in a different location, want to plant something different, I can move it and do that. It also took about 16 cubic feet to fill this bed with soil, which is a lot of soil, but it's kind of par for the course when it comes to raised beds. Huge shout out to Espoma for all the bags of soil. So my plan for this bed is to put this bamboo trellis right in the center. So I'm going to push that down in the soil. And then I've got some Blue Lake pole bean seeds that I'm going to plant around the base and let those pole beans crawl up the trellis. I think it'll look really cute. And then around the outsides, I've got some Ruby Perfection cabbage, which it's getting a little late in the season for this. So I'm not sure exactly how that's going to do, but I think I'm going to try it anyway. I've got some leftover marigolds from my tomato planter that will bring a nice little pop of color. And then I've got some everbearing quinault strawberries that I'll plant all the way around the outsides. So I'm just going to plant. I'm really excited about how this one turned out. I know you can't see the beans yet, but I've always liked the look of trellises, teepees, obelisks, that kind of thing in vegetable gardens. I think they're really cool. They add a lot of structure and they add some vertical interest. And when the beans start in, it'll look even more awesome. And I think having the strawberries kind of cascading over the side with a little bit of color, I'm glad I had some marigolds left over. That was just really nice. So now I want to go over a few Q&As related to the root pouches in the shade. So you guys might have a few questions along the lines of how the bags work, how long they last. So I kind of put together a few answers to some of those things that I thought might be questions that you might have. So first of all, because the bags are made of kind of a fabric type material, they allow a lot of oxygen in and out and around the root system, which keeps the root systems really happy. It allows for heat to escape in the summer, so it keeps the root systems cooler. And then supposedly it keeps them warmer in the wintertime. I don't have any personal experience with that, but they actually sent me a whole test report and everything about how they tested this out. And in like a growing industry situation, they can kind of cluster these bags together and it allows them to exchange heat with one another. The analogy they gave me, which kind of struck a chord, was about wearing a winter coat. Would you rather wear a fabric winter coat or a plastic winter coat? Which one do you think would keep you warmer? I'd probably go with the fabric one. So that kind of made it make sense to me. They also will last from year to year. They don't degrade, they don't biodegrade, so they hold up and they're easy to clean. All you have to do is clean the stuff out of them like you would your normal containers. Take the plants and soil out, you wash them with just a mild organic soap, let them air dry, and then you can fold them up for storage. Another thing is that if you are putting any of these root pouches anywhere where you want to protect the surface, so if you've got a succulent arrangement that you're displaying inside, or you've got them on a deck that you don't want the decking to get ruined, always make sure to put a saucer underneath them because they drain just like a normal container would, so you just kind of want to treat them like a normal container. The last thing I wanted to bring up is that they do have a very helpful farm to table guide on their website, which we will link down below, but they did send me a paper version, and in it has all the different vegetables listed along with what size gallon of root pouch you need for each type of vegetable, so you can order or get them appropriately so you get the right size. And it also has a bunch of different tips at the bottom of it. And then I was kind of messing around with them and I thought, you know what, I think I want to have a stack of like 3 and 5 gallon root pouches around to use as gift bags. So I put this together because I thought, what a cool gift to fill it with some fun stuff, but then also like tuck a little herb or a plant in there and tell them that this is a planter, and they actually have a planter kind of built into their gift. They're so inexpensive that you're spending just about the same on a root pouch as you would on a gift bag. And it's something that somebody can reuse all the time. So that's it, you guys. I was really excited about putting this video together because I really like the look of these root pouches, and I think they're such a great inexpensive alternative, which really opens up kind of the world of container planting to everyone. I'm excited to give you guys updates as the season progresses on everything that I planted. And I actually think you can see the big raised bed right behind me. I'm excited to give you guys updates on that one as well. So we will link all of this stuff down below if you're interested in checking it out any further. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.